Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody just calm down!
Help!
Here. Oh, take my hand. Ah, come on. You're gonna fall unless you take my hand.
No, give me your other hand.
Oh, my other hand isn't strong enough. You take my little hand.
No, get it away from me.
Take it. Take my
Nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off, fuck that. Bethesda, there is nothing I love more than to fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what?
Fucking pronouns! I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us. Current fucking day! Fuck off! We can't see past our own fucking reflection! That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda Twat Waffle! That's all you fucking are! Twat Waffle! Fuck off! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! You're boring! You're fucking dull! You have nothing to say! Fuck your immersion! Guess what? Fucking pronouns! You take everything we love and you just can't help! Shovel your dog shit! Fucking crap! Ideology into everything! Every single solitary fucking thing!
How are the emails going, Rob?
410, I think.
Oh, okay, not too bad.
I'm 17 away from 1,000.
Great.
Can't be happy for me.
Should we kick?
I am.
Channel?
Can't you
We
tell?
just had that whole discussion. You had that whole discussion, and you can't even be happy for me.
I am. This is me being happy. I think it's fucking awesome.
Okay.
Good for you.
Yeah.
No, I think it's great.
I've
I
never
think
seen that.
1,000. Good for you. I want 2,000. You can make 100 grand. Fuck that. $500,000. That's what I want to see. Get on it. Get on it. I want it to be the best book in CG. I know you could do it. I know you could do great. I want you to make 200 day one. All right. Day two, another 200. Day three, 400. That's what I want to see. Nothing
so
but
good at
success
that.
for you and your family. I want your kids to grow up and be millionaires.
Oh shit!
That's
Thank
it.
you. I'm touched.
Yeah, I know.
I wish all the same for you too, Camel.
This country, you gotta make the money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the woman. That's why you gotta make your own moves.
Yo, can you all hear me? Am I live? How you going? Everyone, enjoy John's post Kangs. I was just watching over there. Watching Andy and Dennis close out Cordrath, which I did back today. I thought I'd backed it, but apparently I hadn't. And I wasn't going to miss out. So I hope you all grabbed it. How the bloody hell are you? Welcome to the Chamber of Secrets. Tonight, I will be flatting and chatting. I got this to flat. And I don't know. Is there anything to chat about? Has anything been happening in CG over the last few days? It's been kind of dull. Probably. Let's say hello to the chat. We have 28 people in here on YouTube at 3 a.m. Thank you to the post Kangers for popping in. 8 watching on Rumble. I see you over there, my beautiful dark twisted Fago tree. I just followed you on Twitter, by the way. I didn't know you had a Twitter account. Maromi says it's being quiet. Yeah. And Phil says, yeah, over the last 6 months. A lot of nothing, says Paula's Arts. KSS, hello. He was first in here, second and third. Congratulations. Paula's Arts, there he is. Fourth. Dearman, how you going? Maromi, Bretsky the Great. Bancroft, what's up? Heard of any good drama lately? Nothing. I can't imagine what you're talking about. Current fucking day. I love that song. Just something about it. It fuels me. Hail Mo Biggs. Always great to see Mo hit these late night draw streams or flat streams or coloring streams, whatever it is. Hello, darling. Schneely's in the house. Who is the guy above Bancroft in that clip? I don't remember, Mo. Some guy. Got Biker Angelo here. Dean. Oh my God. I better share this. Can I find it? Twitter. I retweeted them both. Dean has been dropping some little things for the Lucent fan art contest. Holy cow. Let me show you this. I'll stop showing this for a second. Where is it? Here. Whoo-wee. Dean. That's Isham, for anyone who isn't aware. That's the fiery, lava-y guy. Man, I'm getting excited for this. I can't wait to see it. We saw Chris Selby's. Look at Chris got 100 likes on his. He really resonated with the crowd. Hello. What do you all think of this? I think it's Chef's Kiss. Beautiful Ella. I've never drawn her with a middle part, but she could do it. She could pull it off. I love it. Thanks for happy another KSS birthday. Jeff, dude, how Captain Kangaroo? Well, hail to back to you, Jeff. Maromi says, yeah, it has been quiet. Mo says, in CG News, I attended a Phil stream. It was a giant reminder of why I don't usually do that. Such generosity. Yeah, there was a lot of weebery going on the hard line this morning. 8-Bit says, just like how EVS couldn't control War Campaign, he won't be able to control Dick and Vito either. After they get a few covers out of him, they will 100% stab him in the back. Out of Ethan? Ethan will do covers for Dick and Vito? Liam says, I think I still own the original art for that guy from the first campaign. Oh, the Isham guy? Very nice. Very nice. Who are Dick and Vito? They have a big kind of podcast interview show. And yeah, it's been a whole thing with criticizing Isom and everything. Yeah, excellent work, Dean. I can't wait to see this. Can't wait. 2 weeks left on the Lucent fan art contest. First place. Where is it? Where is it? 500 for first, 300 for second, and 200 for third. US dollars, cash money. Paulus Arts. That's the kind of thing I would say. Dick Masterson, yeah, or Masterson. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I've never watched him. I think his whole shtick is he's like an arsehole. I think that's his whole persona. Lots of drama lately. Oh my goodness. I can't keep up. I could never deal with it. I keep my head down. It's too much. It's so much energy. He's a troll, says Jeff, dude. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't really know that. I don't watch them. So all I know is what I've seen the interactions with comic books. So it's possible. Lay this scene out for us as much as you can. Says my beautiful dark twisted Fago tree. All right. I mean, it's a little bit of a spoiler, but I don't really care. I helped so many people with their books, pre-press, coloring and stuff. And I never really felt like I got a full sense of the story until I actually sat down and read it. So this is a hidden chamber in the back of a wardrobe. Do you guys call them a wardrobe? I suppose you would call them a closet. In a small apartment in Stratford, London. So picture that. It's hidden. It's only accessed through a very interestingly opened lock in the back, hidden behind a wardrobe. And if you come in here, there's lots of strange and curious artifacts, including this well that we've seen already. Very intriguing. Very intriguing indeed. Mo has a point. Why do we have an overabundance of arseholes, myself included? I pointed that out the other day. I just I don't know, maybe arseholes are just good at art or storytelling. I don't know. They just gravitate toward comics. Do we really need another one in CG? I've got seniority, says movies. Yeah, you've grandfathered in. Junk says, I don't normally do my normal racism in this chat. I respect hardworking man like Bancroft. My goodness, have I been working hard lately? Colors, line art. Tonight, I'm going to relax. I'm going to flat. I don't know if I have a palette. I should probably open up a previous panel so that I can just reference some colors, because it is a bit silly to just do different colors when it comes time to properly organizing everything. It's a lot quicker if they have the same colors. If I can find it. Hold on a sec. Bear with me. My apologies. I just came back from work, had a nap. Sorry, my computer is completely not wanting to cooperate with me right now. And then woke up, caught the end of Kang's. I'll use this one. How about this? Let's go back into Ella's room and a different view. And we'll use that. Sneak peek. Lots of sneak peeks. All right, what are we looking at here? Bancroft is going deeper into the closet. Did you see Camel's tweet this morning? I don't think I could come out of the closet any more succinctly than that. Mo says, Bancroft spent years in the closet, but he assures Mrs. B it was only for reference. There was that one time when I was drawing the dong. Yeah, that was an interesting Google search. But I'm not going to show Camel's tweet because I think he's going to want to use that for his show. So if you didn't catch the hilarity, and it's all based on what was going on with Ripper and Ethan. And my goodness, Camel knows how to cut through the tension out there and make us laugh. And I really appreciate that about him. I was like, man, after everything this week, and then that, yeah, we need a laugh. KSS says, the older you get, the more important a nap becomes. I'm 45. You're only 43, 44. You're still a child. You're what? In 2 years, I'll be napping like a pro. Liam asks if I've seen the new animated thing from Camel. No, I haven't seen his. He's finished it. I haven't seen it. We were talking about when he's gonna premiere that. It's gonna be the day of his launch of his Blu-ray. We're all going to see it together. I have not seen it. I don't want to. I want to see it live with everyone else. He was worried. Get this. He was worried it was going to be like controversial and, you know, rub some people the wrong way. And then PTP and Ethan and John and Ripper, and now it's like, I mean, I don't know how anyone could top that, but that won't be happening for a couple of weeks. So who knows? Who knows what drama will hit tomorrow? Naps and being active makes you live longer. All right, I've got to figure out how to stay active. Hang on, I'll make that brown well for now. It's color separating. Check out my chain. I did not use the chain brush. Hand drawn. Although I wish I had a chain brush. Is it a little wonky, but that's okay. Man, flatting, people rag on flatting. I do, at the end of a hard day's work, I do find it quite, what's the word? Cathartic, pleasant. You just turn your brain off. Do some daily things, mow the lawns, fix items, but that's Mel's job. Then Mel won't have anything to do. I hope she's not listening. She probably is. I totally screwed that up. Let me get in here and get a bit more precise. Lighting is the only thing I don't mind zooming in on and getting precise with. Everything else, I try not to zoom in too much because it's a bit, yeah, you know, you can zoom into infinity on digital and then you're just wasting time. But I filled this room with Easter eggs, essentially. Story things, hidden clues. I don't know how easily anyone will be able to pick up on them just yet, but in time, I'm hoping they'll mean more to people as they see them. That's the fun stuff. When I first envisioned this scene, I was like, oh, that's going to be great. It's just the idea that this room even exists. And then what do I get to fill it with? And I didn't know what I was going to fill it with until I started. And it all just kind of came together and it all made sense. And, you know, you get to foreshadow a lot, drop clues. It's fun. It's fun stuff. That's why I have to know what happens at the end of my story. Because I need to be able to drop hints. Bancroft doesn't mow lawns. That is correct. Mo says the brown is very symbolic. Wait until Gilgamesh dips a huge rod down there to check the water level. What? Liam says, I was just caught a bit off guard by his response. No, I think he was caught off guard. He didn't know that you were you. And his clearly, I mean, I haven't seen the animation, but it's clear that you're in it. So I don't know what clips he got. Probably, you know, some old classics. I'm going to imagine. I don't really know. We're about to find out. So I think it was just like, oh. his what do they call this? Schematics, floor plan, whatever you want to call it. Can anyone make that out? I don't know if you can. I did cheat on this one. I used a font. I don't know if you're about to read that. It does a bit. I'll talk to Joe and see if we need to make that a bit more readable. Joe is my editor. He looks out for the readers. Because I always think I want to make things not obvious, but he was like, yeah, no one will ever figure that out in a million years. Lasagna, it does like like lasagna, doesn't it? All right, I might get a new font. Yeah, I suppose it doesn't really mean anything if no one can read it. That's probably a decent point. Mo says, I consider my forward comments as constructive criticism. Yeah, are your forward comments, are they bad faith criticism or are they good faith criticism? I don't know. We have to figure that out. I tell you, I do agree with Ethan, though, when he says that the only way forward is excellence. Rob and I, we used to do that show where we would rub our heads together trying to figure out how to reach more people and all sorts of things, like how do we make this better and all that kind of stuff. And I came to the conclusion that all of the stuff is kind of, you can move things a degree here or there, but really, unless you have, that's not going to work. I'm trying to figure something out here. Don't worry about it. Unless you have amazing books. That's the only way it's really going to go big. That's what I think. Bancroft, you should have went with a spaghetti. A spaghetti? I'm not quite reading that right. From Mo. Sade says, I'm backing Diner King and I don't care who knows it. P.S. I'm out of the shower now. Well, welcome back. Yeah, Diner King does look really good. I stand by that. It's a fine looking book. Even though, I don't know how Mo's going to feel about me saying that it is manga. And this isn't Weeb Wednesday. Hell. Hold on a sec. I hate it when it does that. Just stay in one place. Oh, I added the A so I'll do my Italian. Right. Okay. I didn't realize. A spaghettio. No, I'd put O on the end. A spaghettio. Like that. Rubbed your heads together? That explains why yours is so big now. Eric Grant, we would do that show where we'd rub our cocks together. Of course, we're talking about creator-owned comics there. Nothing else. KSS is telling me to telling Mo to time me out. Speak of the devil. What have I done? And he shall appear. Hello, Camel Moon. Hello, Mr. Moon. I was just mentioning our tweet exchange, but I didn't say what it was. I didn't know if you probably want to keep that for Camel Nights. I didn't show the fine people. Australians don't know anything about Italy. They can't see it from under the Great Earth Disk. That is patently false, spam bot. We are, especially in Melbourne, we have more Italians than we know what to do with down here. Our Italians like get into gang wars. Kidding me? We have Italians coming out of our Italians, although we call them wogs affectionately. That used to be an insult. I don't think it is anymore. I think everyone's happy with it. The happy being wogs. At least last I checked. I don't know anymore. Mo says, hey, Camel, do you know who Bancroft is talking about? Some dude named Rob? Yeah, we're trying to figure out who this Rob guy is. The horror story that is the worst shirt ever. Yeah, let's wait. Yeah, I thought so. I thought I will keep that for your show. I was saying, though, that tweet was just chef's kiss. I said, I was telling Mel earlier, Camel has a way to just cut through the tension and have a laugh. You have a laugh. You just need to have a laugh sometimes. And I think today and this week, we definitely have. Tensions have been high. Things have been said. People finding out that not everyone is friendly in this quote unquote community with each other. Although those of us who've been around for a while, it's just another week. Although this was pretty big this week, I have to say. Kaz says, he doesn't know what that means when I say we have more Italians than we know what to do with. I mean, what do Italians do when they're together? They make Italian restaurants, they enjoy football, they speak funny. What else are you going to do with Italians? They like cars. I've noticed that. In Australia, they talk funny. That's where we get the Wog accent from. Oh my God, baby. KSS says, in other news, the slums have been surprisingly drama free for a few days. That is funny, isn't it? All of the CG drama of late has been happening prime time. There hasn't been any drama around here. There hasn't been any drama in the slums that I know of. People are saying, where's Rini? And she's been streaming. She streamed 2 or 3 times this week. I don't think there was any drama over there. You got to do what you can to laugh, says Camel. Otherwise, you go crazy. Yeah, you can. Mo says, wogs means something else in the UK. They would never sell a wog cheese brand, for instance. I'm not following that. I'm really not understanding Mo tonight. Rini did a stream today. Yes, she did. I caught the very end of one she was doing. I got up, I get up at 5. Actually, I finished this. Finished these pictures over here. As you can see, highly detailed pictures. Here's a little clue. So this is kind of old. It's on wood. This also old, but it's like a more detailed frame. Even the clothing is starting to get a bit more, it's starting to modernize. This frame, yet again, a little bit more modern. Clothing is more modern. Frames are more. You see where it's going? I don't know. Do I have to make that more explicit? I don't think I will. Can I be one of those paintings? Yeah, sure. That can be you. Is that you? Now, these are very specific images up here. All right, where was I? Clearly, that's Rini, PTP, Rob, and Michael. No. Why would this fella go to such great lengths to collect all this stuff and have it in his odd well room, his chamber of secrets? And also, how does one go about constructing a room like this? Did he have to hire out contractors? I always do wonder about that. If you do, and then if you want it to be really secret, I guess you got to kill him afterwards. Hello there, Mr. Eric Weathers. How are you? I saw you caught you over on John's. I think Eric is very close to 29,000, by the way, on Battlebrick Road 2, which is amazing. Another book I have yet to back. It's on my list, but it will be backed. Just like the Lost Pages. I'm putting off the Lost Pages only because I'm going to back big on that one. You must redraw, says Camel. I really can't. It's quite important that they be who they're supposed to be. It's really part of the whole thing. In honor of Eric, on comes the hat. Make one of the paintings Rob with his typical confused expression. Saying hello to Eric. Oh, he cracked 29K already. Congratulations. I don't know why the chat just jumped down then. I was like, why did everyone stop? Why did everyone stop chatting? We got 40% Zed in the house. He says, oh, a draw stream? I didn't want to sleep. It's okay. I didn't want to sleep at 4 a.m. Thank you for being here, 40% Zed. Camel says Bruce Wayne and Alfred have an entire pit of used contractors at the bottom of the Batcave. They would have to. I mean, they can't build it all themselves. You could have an ARO painting on the floor being stepped on like Shant's ARO in the shack. No, Shant's ARO is hanging now in our hallway. We had it in the living room, but Mel likes to, I call it nesting. She likes to rearrange things every now and then. And she hung it in the hallway. I believe it's in the hallway. Definitely not locked away. It is pride of place still. I can't read that anymore, Mo. YouTube is so, you know what it's like now. Outrageous. I guess this water here would be kind of, it would be black, but it would be reflecting light. So I'll just make it black and then I'll put the light in later. That's how I would do. We got J Max in the house saying hello to the fellow chatters. Spambot says cheer cheese, a shadow of its former glory. Yeah, that was a dark moment in Australian history. Giving in to the you know, the bleating crowd. Right, I'm going to do him on another layer. I learned that from Carl Ritter. It's good for masking. Well, what's all this then, says Hyper Wizard. And that's exactly how he talks. Ted says Bancroft listens to criticism, and that's why he has improved his story with Flipperhand Jimmy. That is correct. I've been thinking of ways to turn Flipperhand Jimmy into a real thing. And it could happen. It wouldn't be completely out of the realm of possibility, is all I'm saying. You know, Clark is Flipperhand Jimmy at the moment, which is weird. He did break his arm, and now his hand is a flipper. So I call him Flipperhand Jimmy. We got Amanda B here. Hello. Is this an ancient toilet? Says Awesome One. No, it is not an ancient toilet. Although it is ancient. Well, define ancient. I mean, we go a long way back in this story. Hopefully it seems quite out of place here in this inner city modern London scene. That's the whole point. Awesome One says Jake is dope. There you go, Jake. Jake, have you been sick? Did I hear that right? I think I caught that on the end of Reenie's stream. If you have, I hope you feel better soon. Awesome One says, my nephew also broke his wrist. Ouch. Yeah, he did. He broke his wrist. No, it wasn't like a crack down the... What's this bone called? I can never remember. No, he broke his wrists. A bump fracture. Monkey bars, you know, kids on monkey bars. That's how it goes. I broke my arm at the age of 5. Clark snuck it in right at the age of 6. I was wondering when he was going to break his arm. Not a matter of if, but when. He's just one of those kids. And yeah, it's funny. I was actually talking with Camel and Rob, I think, when it happened. And I said, run out and start. See you guys. I got to go. Clark's hurt himself. Gross groundwater from London. That is, yeah. Well, unfortunately, the water is tapped into the local supply. Is that the word you'd use? But hey, he's not drinking it. Let's just say that. JMX says, I broke both of my wrists once. It sucked mostly because people thought it was weird. I broke both. I can't remember the exact number, but it's something like 17 times I've broken either wrist, arm, or elbow. Elbow only twice. Arm, I think two or three times, like a proper break in the middle somewhere, and then wrists, you know, who knows. I stopped. I didn't even go to the doctors. Eventually, I was just like, all right, it'll sort itself out. But I had a compression bandage I would just put on whenever I broke it. Amanda's saying she's saying she's putting together CG trivia for the chat this Saturday. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I've been catching the chat every week of late. I'm finally getting notifications again. Took a long time. But now I just know when it's on, actually. So it's fine. Skating, I'm guessing. Yes, correct. Yeah, all rollerblading incidences. It's funny too, because when I asked my mother for rollerblades back in 1994, she said, "No way, you'll break your arm." And she was right. I did. That's actually one of the biggest reasons why I stopped skating. I was just mucking about. This was late in the game. I would have been probably 29. And yeah, I broke it real bad too. It was nasty. It was my elbow actually, and it still isn't right. And then I was like, I came back after that for a little bit, and then just decided to throw in. It's like I was into poker at that point, so I thought, all right, I'll do that instead. Getting old, and then I see Tony Hawk out there doing 900s at age 40. And I just go, all right. Show off. Hyper Wizard went to the dentist and he was quite appalled. A Brit visiting a dentist. What's the meaning of this? My beautiful dark twisted Fago tree says, I've only broken my big toe. Had to get some bone surgically removed. Yeah, I think I've broken toes. Pretty sure. I think everyone's broken toes at some point, haven't they? Just stub your toe, you can break it. Delicate things that they are. Although I do have an unusually large big toe. We call it the Bancroft big toe because every person with Bancroft lineage has this friggin' big toe. Even my sister, which is not what she wants, but that's what she's got. And Victoria has it as well, although it hasn't really manifested as much as the as my sister's. Hyperwizard says one old stream of EVS on Friday Night Tights auto played, and I thought it was recent. I was like, oh my god, they've made up. This is amazing. But then I realized it was a very old stream. Yeah, I didn't see that happening anytime soon, especially after tonight. That's how it goes. Amanda says the CG trivia is about books, creators, campaigns, streams, but no stream lore. Mortal V says Ethan's too busy burning the world of late. Certainly be going hard. Mo says, no law, there goes his edge. Maybe I should do a trivia night on this channel just for my own stream lore. Give something away. Sounds like a lot of work, though. Rob would yell at me because I'm supposed to be doing something for him, and I haven't been neglecting to do it, even though I have. I've just been so busy with this stuff. Like, if I were to take my foot off the gas for even a day, the repercussions would be, they build. I just got to keep working. Got to get this book out. Wouldn't Mo be happy to put that together? I would never ask Mo to do any work. He does enough work as it is. Some of these streams, I think, my God, if Mo wasn't in the chat, the less said, the better. Amanda says she needs to be able to confirm the answers without searching through 20 hours of streams. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It does sound like a lot of work. Although Mo says you could just trust him that he got the answer right. I look forward to it. I've been toying with the idea of doing a kind of like, I know the chat has their award show. I wanted to do, and instead of in spirit of what Ethan has been talking about lately, you know, about how it's got to be about the books, it's got to be about excellence. We've got to review them, we've got to, you know, critique them and everything. I don't love critiquing things, even though I did a critique of Johnny Phantasm on Well Reads the other day. I really only did that because Well Read asked me, and I like Well Read, and he's done good by me, and yeah, you know, he asked me, so yeah, I'll do it. I would feel really uncomfortable critiquing something that I really didn't like, and having to be honest about that. That would make me really feel really weird, which is why I just don't tend to do it. But I'm happy to tell anyone when I think something is good. Very happy. Like Battlebrick Road, for example. I was thinking of doing something like, these were my favorite books that I received this year, something like that. But that would require me going through and remembering which ones I actually received this year and not the previous year, and also making sure I've read them all, which I haven't yet, much to my embarrassment. But as I say, these days I'm literally drawing until I'm falling asleep. I'll be drawing on my tablet in front of the TV, and then I'll wake up and I'll realize I haven't done anything in 10 minutes. I go, all right, now it's time to hit the hay, as they say. KSS says, I like Well Read too. And I also like when people ask me what the hell is wrong with me when I tell them that. It amuses me. No, KSS is Well Read's great. He's a cool guy. I met him in Tampa. He's very normal. Oh, we got BWAT in the house. Poker Crusher, the few. I'm gonna go play at the casino with him this weekend if he's amenable. It's been a long time. He invited me out last weekend, but yeah, as I was saying, you know, can't really be devoting too much time to extra activities. Not while the book isn't done. Buddha Bear says, I just find it funny that EVS doesn't believe in bad faith advice, but reached the F. Everyone in essence is now giving himself bad faith advice. Can't really figure. I apologize, Peter, but I can't really figure that one out. I'm sure it makes 100% sense. I lose brain cells when I start streaming. Good morning, Matt Downey. Hello, hello. Liam says, I'm a crappy streamer. I'm bad at humaning, but my books are always well received. Even a lot of my biggest haters have praised my work, so folks should give me a chance. Dino King is currently funding right now, and I did learn that was Odie on that main image, which is really cool too. Mo says, Liam, the only advice I can offer on streaming is blue suit, orange suit. Blue suit is better than orange suit. Oh, we got a super bogan chat from Mr. Chattin Jetty. My brown brogan. How dare you stream when I was randomly streaming? Well, you've been streaming every night, Shant, and I love it. Trust me. But some nights I got to stream as well, and I hope you are well, my friend. We have 50 beautiful people here in the chat on YouTube. We have 10 watching on Rumble. Hail. Amazing. Thank you so much. We are currently flatting. Well, I'm getting through it. I'm very slow. God, I'm slow. I mean, inevitably, when I'm. Maybe I can do a little bit of fakery here. Not fakery, but. There we go. Yep. Contract. Give it a 3. There we go. Look at that. Oh no, but now I've got to do this part. $10 from Mr. Shanthan Jetty. He always plays something nice for me when I super chat. I'm going to play him one right back and say, Shanthan Jetty.
You little ripper!
Thank you so much. He says, seriously, much love. Everyone go subscribe to Shant's channel. Probably my favorite draw / paint streams. Well, definitely my favorite. Always a inspirational pick me up, great conversation, and awesome art that you might see, including a Lucent painting, which is coming along amazingly. KSS says, haha, I made you read this for free. Well, I read a lot of things for free, KSS, so joke's on you. This is a secret room within a wardrobe. It is indeed. Thank you. Did someone ask? Thank you. Thank you, Fago Tree. Yeah, I wondered about do I do spoilers? Yeah, whatever. It's fine. I work panel by panel, so you guys can't put all this together yet. Michael, what do you think of my new Irene avatar? She was making some unfortunate hand motions during her birthday stream. I mean, she's kind of like this. She's got a very closed hand, so she looks like an anime character going. Panelers, that's me. No one asked. I just wanted to say it. Where have I heard that before? A secret room within a wardrobe? I've always wanted a house with a secret room. I think everyone has. The closest I ever got to being in one is a friend had their wardrobe connected to their brother's wardrobe through the roof. And I thought that was pretty cool. That's the closest I've ever gotten. That's one tiny fake penis. Exactly. On Reni's image is what we're talking about. KSS says, yeah, Bancroft needs a secret wardrobe for his 98 black t-shirts and 1 red shirt. I have many other shirts that I just don't wear on stream because black is flattering. And, you know, I'm allowed my ego, I think. No one wants to see my moobage when I'm streaming. That's gross. For this part, I collected some real world articles. These things actually exist in real life. It's you should be able to notice the theme at the very least. Hopefully. Courtney wants a room behind a bookcase. That would be awesome. Yeah, you go on YouTube and you can find, you just search it in and you'll find tons of this stuff. People make it for their houses. It's so, I would love it, but I don't have that kind of scratch. I do actually have a secret compartment in my house that I made, but you know, it's not a room. It's just for putting valuables in. Skip Edwards in the house. A strawberry is always that color. It's not a strawberry. Skip Edwards also doing some an incredible Lucent fan art piece that he shared just a little bit of. The competition is heating up, I can tell you that. They have about 2 weeks to get it in. November 1st is the deadline. I'll be announcing winners November 3rd. I will be the judge, jury, and executioner. So if I make a mistake and piss someone off, it's all on me. I will carry that burden. A green areola. It is not a green areola, no. Buddha Bear says, I will say EVS was hella blessed if he never had a trusted friend or mentor lead him down the wrong path. I think we've all had friends at some point along the way who have sort of led us astray, whether intentionally or not. They just influenced us a bit. And at the time, it might have seemed like a good idea, but it turned out to be not so much. I've never had a mentor do that, thankfully. Although I don't think I've had many mentors. I've had a couple graphic design mentors, but I wasn't with them for too long. Mortal V says waffles led Ethan down the wrong path. Apparently, John says he lost a ton of weight on the carnivore diet. We bought a whole bunch of meat. I haven't gone carnivore diet, but we're trying to include a lot more meat into the into rotation, and I'm loving it. But I haven't gone full carnivore. Not yet. Mo says, I had a friend who convinced me to watch The Ring 2 with him. I demanded my money back, even though I made him pay in the first place. Well, time is money. I hear you. Yeah, The Ring 2, that was pretty woeful. 40% says, I just don't understand why, even if he dislikes people, he can't just keep his mouth shut and count money. That's why people were asking him, I think, why you like this. I think that's just who he is. I'm not like that. I very much don't say what I'm thinking. Not in public, especially. There's a great scene in HBO's John Adams between John Adams and Benjamin Franklin. And Benjamin Franklin is scolding him for insulting who is it? Who was John Adams' main political rival? He was from Pennsylvania, and he was really against independence. Anyway, he really went after him. He went after his religion. He insulted his Quakerism. And Franklin is like, you insulted, no, not Jefferson. This is way before him and Jefferson. No, it's not Jefferson. You insulted this fellow. You insulted him in public. And Adams is like, would you rather I insult him in private? And he's like, perfectly acceptable. Insult someone in private. They might even thank you for it. But if you insult them in public, you know, they'll probably think you'll be serious or something like that. He's like, I'm very much against speaking my mind. Very much of the world's troubles could have been avoided if people just kept their mouths shut. Dickinson, I think it is Dickinson. Yeah. It's a great scene. It's one of my favorite scenes. It's got, I love John Adams. I've seen it like 10 times. It's Paul Giamatti, and I can't remember. He's the British actor from Full Monty playing Franklin. He's the best Franklin I've ever seen portrayed on the screen. And he follows it up with, you're a guest in this city. Guests, like fish, stink after 3 days. Tread lightly. Something like that. I'm like, yeah, that's me. That's me. But that, you know, people are different. People have their own way of going about things. Mo says, Bancroft, I get what you're doing, but I'm too set in my ways to change now. Yeah, people are who they are, and they're the successes that, like, who Ethan is and how he talks. He's been able to build up his channel and become who he is because of who he is. So you can't ask a person to just change now, even if you don't always understand the the thinking behind it. Paulus Art says, I own that John Adams series. It's really good. It is so good. That series is what led me down the path to really be interested in American history. KSS says, I like Jefferson better than John Adams, so there. Well, I think most people do. John Adams is like the forgotten founder. I mean, he doesn't even have a bill, does he? Like he's not on any of the notes, the money. He was the second president. He was the first vice president. He was a key architect of the whole revolution. But when he was president, he did the Stamp Act, which a lot of people didn't like. So, and he fought with Jefferson. So I think he was particularly popular among the people. Back then, the president wasn't elected by the people. They were elected by the whatever it was, the Congress, or I don't know, something, whatever it was. Why change, says Jeff Dude. American Comic says, I also own it with Rome and Deadwood. I got to show Rome to Mel. She's never seen Rome. I've never seen Deadwood, but it's on my list. I've heard amazing things about it. I got to see Deadwood. I know I do. Everyone tells me. Oh, Maromi says Adams replaced Sacagawea on the 2007 on the dollar coin. I didn't even realize you guys had a dollar coin. So there's that. An instrument here. This will be a delight. No one really uses them. They're like $2 bills. Yeah, I didn't see anything like that. I was trying to collect as much as I could while I was there, but yeah, you kind of just get the same stuff, unfortunately. Matt Downey says landowners voted for the state house. State house voted. There you go. It had a function, is a function of the electoral college. There you go. Learn something new every day. Jake says $2. I really thought I would get this finished. And you know, you can tell this is why I only do a kind of a draw stream once a week for an hour, hour and a half. I'm not super productive when I do them, but I do enjoy hanging out. I do like showing off. Well, it's important to show off a little bit of that I'm working and show you guys the progress. This is the last panel on the last page that the newest thing that I've drawn too. This is a new scene that I felt like I needed to add in for storytelling purposes. And I love it. I think it's a great scene. It's a lot of world building, answering questions. Also posing new questions. We're still pretending it's Bancroft drawing and not Mel. Cute. Hey, I can pretend as much as I want, all right? Sucks says, Bancroft, you have never finished anything on stream. No, I have back in the day. But yeah, it's rare. It's rare. It's all right. It'll get done. I'll do this. I'll do it tomorrow morning, maybe, or sometime after that. All right, look. Here you go. Getting quicker. You need Rob to motivate you. Yeah, Rob did speed things up because he was interacting with the chat. But Rob's only doing Camel Knights until for at least this year, so we won't be seeing Rob for a while. I told him, I said, Rob, when were you having the most fun on YouTube? And he listed off a bunch of shows that he used to do and that. And I said, well, let's just do that. Let's do that together. He didn't say no. So there's still hope. KSS Mrs. Rob, no homo. Yeah, I think we all do. We all want Rob back. We want to hear what craziness, you know, he comes up with out of that strange mind of his. I screwed that up. Holy crap. Forget, why couldn't Rob be a poker player on the Camel stream? Because I said if you want to play in this one, you need to get a VPN, and that was too difficult. So that's why Rob isn't playing. He doesn't have a VPN. It's no more complicated than that. Mo can't remember who Rob is, and he says, "Was Rob that Make-A-Wish kid you used to let on your show sometimes?" Exactly. Skip points out, Rob said I wasn't a real Australian. Well, Rob lives out, as we like to call, bumfuck nowhere. He lives out in the bush. And out in the bush, they have less stuff. So whenever I would say things like, you know, I used to buy comics as a kid, or I would have this and that, Rob always took that to mean I was living in a mansion, you know, something, because, you know, he lived out in the bush. So, you know, they didn't really have much out there. He thought I was one of these high-flying, highfalutin city folk, when really I just lived in a very modest, almost kind of, I would say it was middle class, but it was like, it wasn't upper middle class by any stretch. It was just a normal kind of middle class suburban area. But yes, we had comic books, and yeah, didn't know how to deal with that. Didn't know how to process that. John Douglas is in the house. How you going, John? Iron Ager. Everyone should sub to John's channel. He's got I think he's over 1,000. He was just celebrating that the other. Was it 1,000? Was it some other celebration you had? Can't quite recall. Anyway, he's got a channel over there, John Douglas. He is a writer, and he's writing right now as I draw. I could never do anything except write when I'm writing. I'd have to turn off everything else. But that's just me. Without doxing him, what state is Rob in? Rob lives an hour and a half away from me, Liam. He's a fellow Victorian, but he acts like he lives out in the outback by the way he talks. Like, oh, we never had any comics here in Australia when, you know, we didn't have that sort of stuff. He's like, what are you talking about? Part of the charm, though. There it is. Model V's got the link there to John Douglas's channel. Courtney's got to get out of here. Thank you so much for hanging out, Courtney. Going back to American history, American Comics says this is why screaming blue-haired land whales hate the Electoral College. It preserves equitable representation as opposed to mob rule by way of knee-jerk conspicuous consumption. Yeah, it avoids straight democracy, which is a tyranny. Very well said. People don't understand that. KSS says that Millionaire Snail of a Death comic with Robin Bancroft as the main protagonist must happen. Donald DeLay is leaving money on the table with this. Yeah, Donald would be perfect for that. Mo says Sprint Chicken is a speedster who only loses his power when crossing a road. Imagine the traps and ambushes a super intelligent millionaire snail could lay out for him. It practically writes itself. Liam says the Phantom is the only comic still available for sale in Australian news agencies. And the reason behind that is interesting and grim. I don't know the reason, but he is correct. Yeah, they still even sell the Phantom at the post office, but it's the only one. When I was a kid, it was essentially akin to a comic book shop at your newsagent. It was massive, everything, independence, obviously Marvel and DC. I mean, it was incredible, the pick of the litter, and it was just right there for everyone. It was a huge part of my local nothing newsagent, you know? Huge. It's amazing. That's why I got into comics, because I was just a kid, bored kid. Friends got into it. I thought, I'm going to go up and check it out. And it was a smorgasbord, a plethora of cheap comic books. No more. I'm trying to figure this out. Mortal B says, you're gay, by the way, to Shane Davis. Don't pretend you're not lurking. This is Shane Davis prime drawing time. I've learnt that. I wonder how Inglorious Rex is coming along. He was showing off some pages the other day that look amazing. As expected. It's now 4:30 for 40% said. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. I'm honored, deeply honored that you would choose to hang out with us here tonight, 40% Z, at this outrageous hour. It's getting close to 7:30 for me. I'll probably just finish this crazy instrument and then call it a night myself, if I can figure out how to use this friggin' lasso tool. Lasso? I'll never remember. Dean says my local news agents has all kinds of comics and even manga. Wow, still to this day? That's great. I had no idea that even still existed. KSS says, I don't mean to be a killjoy. I'm still eagerly awaiting a review of Whiteface Dick by Blackie and Son. I was thinking about that today. I'm always just randomly thinking about things to do on the show. I was thinking about that today. It just means I've got to read it. Again, like I say, I'm really trying to get the lion's share of the work on this book done this year, because then there's editing and printing, and it's a whole thing. I think that's good. Mortal V says Shane showed an interest in Jose Garcia on Twitter an hour ago. Maybe we might see something when 3 comes out. I just received a massive package from Jose Garcia, including some delectable treats from Mexico in the package. if you backed some Jose Garcia stuff, Luminovox, that sort of stuff, that will be, and you're Australian, that will be coming out soon. Hold on a sec. I seem to have a bit of a blind spot here on the art. Also, War Party as well will be shipping out very shortly. We've got that too. Read Whiteface Dick. Ethan just finished talking about the importance of actually reading these important works. That is true. He did say that. Yeah. Well, I would much prefer to read the actual CG books I've gotten than Whiteface Dick. No offense to Whiteface Dick. It is a classic. It's just, I want to talk about them, and I can't really talk about them if I haven't read them. And I feel bad for the people who put so much work into them, and I bought them and I haven't read them yet. Star Circuit, still haven't read it. It's just sitting there. And I feel so bad. Oh. All right. Look, we didn't do much, but we did something. Some work was done. But I have to go in and have dinner. And I'm probably going to get back to drawing later tonight. No stream tomorrow, obviously. Maybe another draw. Maybe I'll finish this on a draw stream if I'm around tomorrow night. Don't know if I will be. But we had over 50 people in here pretty much the whole time. Thank you so much for hanging out. Wow, 15 watching on Rumble. How the Rumble gang? Very close to 630 followers on Rumble, by the way, in case you're wanting to go stream over there. Hail Sumo Thori. Mo says Bancroft has already read Whiteface Dick about aloud dozens of times at his neighborhood watch meetings. Especially the brush with the Chinese and what came of it. Mike didn't finish the closet toilet piece, alas. Oh no, I didn't. I swear he doesn't poo in there. All right, it's cooler than that. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Obviously, if you haven't, please back Painted Death and whatever else is out there. There, get Dino King. Get Tiger Blue. What's that? Tiger Blue. Just grab a cock and hold on to it. Clearly, Bancroft wouldn't even see me in a trust fall. Don't lie, Mike. It even has a chain for flushing. It does look a bit like. Maybe I'll get rid of the chain. It does look a bit like that now that you've pointed that out. I'll ask Joe about that. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'll see you. Might see you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you the following day. Bye.
Individually, we are weak, like a single twig, but as a bundle, we form a mighty